Hey everyone, Matt with Triple Octa Ventures. Thank you for joining me this week. I'm not even gonna roll an intro on this video. We're just gonna go straight into it. This week, I am gonna go over Black Friday deals specifically on Amazon. I went through yesterday, probably 3+, maybe even 5 hours, spread out throughout the day, but I spent a lot of time scouring through all the different Amazon Black Friday deals to find products that I think are useful. Not only are these products useful, but these are products that I personally have used, personally know people that use, and I can stand behind. So I didn't want to just throw out a bunch of just needless stuff. I wanted to give you guys products I actually stand behind. So most people will do 10 products. I broke this down. There were so many great products. I actually broke this down into 10 categories. So those 10 categories, I will go through a video of those, and I will actually have that broken down into chapters. So if you were looking for a specific category, you can skip around. All these products that I'm gonna go over, I will also have links in the description below for you guys to purchase. You may not be aware, or maybe you are, I do have an Amazon Associates account. What that means is that all the links below in the description and all the products I'm gonna go over today, I earn a very small commission on those. It is very small, but I do earn a small commission on all those links, and it costs nothing to you. It's the same price whether you purchased it from me or not, but I earn a very small portion, kind of as like a finder's fee / sales commission. So it really helps support my channel. So hopefully you guys find some products here that you were looking at purchasing or maybe weren't aware of, and you guys purchase right through those links. I would greatly appreciate it. Without further ado, guys, I'm gonna get right into a screen capture on my computer. We're gonna go through all those products. I'll give you a little bit of background on some of them, some of the features and stuff. I won't go full-blown review on them. I'll try to keep this short, but I'm gonna go over a bunch of those products. So let's get going on that screen capture, and we'll get right into this. All right, guys, let's get right into this. So the first category is going to be navigation. There is actually only one product that I found in here worthwhile, but as you guys know, if you're familiar with my channel, I am a big fan of the Garmin Tread devices. Specifically the Garmin Tread Overlander, which, not to be confused, there was a Garmin Tread Overland before, and now there's a new version which you guys see here. I personally have this one here, which is the Garmin Tread XL Overland Edition, but the smaller version, exact same device, just slightly smaller screen, and honestly fits more people's vehicles, is currently on sale. We have normal price of $1,299, so $1,300, and it is 38% off, guys. Garmin never does big discounts. This is huge. So unfortunately, some of the larger devices aren't on sale, like the XL and the Baja editions, but the Garmin Tread Overland, so the smaller version, is on sale. The Garmin Tread Side-by-Side Edition is on sale, and that includes the MERS radio, so you can communicate with other people between the side-by-sides. The Garmin Tread Power Sport Edition is also on sale, and the Garmin Tread Power Sport with the microphone is also on sale. So these are great if you have side-by-sides and you do not need satellite communication as well. The Tread XL side-by-side, let me just click this quick. This also has this antenna here, so you can do satellite communication via text, and also via, what do you want to call it? So you can do text through that communication system, and you can also call for emergency services, God forbid something were to happen while you guys were out and about. That is a paid service. We could go over a lot of details in that. Please check out my other Garmin videos if you're interested. This is, like I mentioned, is the smaller version of the device that I have, and it is only $799, guys. That is huge. And as you guys can see here, I've had my device, which is the Garmin Tread XL Overland, since September 9th of 2024. This is a huge one, guys. I couldn't believe that this was on sale. So if you guys have been watching my videos and been looking for an opportunity to get in one of these, you can do that. Like I mentioned, there will be links in the description below. So that was the first one and the only one under the navigation category. The second category is going to be portable power systems. There are quite a few that are on sale right now, guys. I picked both Jackery's and Bluetti devices. Obviously, there are a lot on the market. There are a lot of great power systems on the market now, but I thought these were really good deals. Now, almost everything in the Jackery brand, I guess you want to say, is currently on sale. First one, which is probably their biggest seller, guys, is this Jackery Explorer 1000, and this happens to be the version 2. So this is the updated version. If you guys aren't familiar with portable power stations, what this station allows you to do is you can charge this at home. You can also charge it via your vehicle. And it gives you, as you guys can see here, we're a little bit zoomed in, it gives you USB-C functions, USB-A functions on the DC side. It also gives you an AC output. Say you want to run, I don't know, a coffee grinder, or maybe some lights that are on AC, or maybe you have a CPAP machine. Anything you can imagine. This particular unit has a 1500 watt inverter in it that runs on pure sine wave, which is huge. These are remarkably great products, and this one happens to be 19% off. Let's go over to the next one here. This is also a Jackery unit. This is the same one, but it also includes a 200 watt solar panel for only $599, guys. Normally $1,300, $1,299 down to $599. This is a smoking deal. Honestly, guys, if you were gonna look at buying the other unit, I would buy this one even if you didn't need the solar panel. It is really nice to have, especially if you don't have like a great way of charging it in your car. You guys say if you're gonna be camping and you've got, mostly people out west, but if you've got a lot of access to solar power, this is gonna charge the station pretty quickly for $599. This is an incredible deal, guys. Next one on the list here is the larger unit, and you guys can also click down below, but I'll have, like I mentioned, links in the descriptions below. This is the Jackery Explorer 2000 version 2. This one has even more power, so 2042 watt hours of power. This one also has a much larger inverter size. So this one has a 2200 watt power pure sine wave inverter. I almost can't imagine anything that you would probably be running out there. I mean, you could run a microwave off this thing, guys. Probably wouldn't run for very long, but this is a huge battery capacity, guys. This is awesome. This is everything you would need for $700, guys. Normally $1,500, 53% off. That's a smoking deal. I couldn't believe this when I saw these products were on sale. Now, just like the other one, next one here, this one is obviously more expensive, but this is that same 2000 watt unit, version 2, all of that, and you get two 200 watt solar panels that you can plug in this device. You got 400 watts of solar power to charge this thing for only $1,000, guys. It wasn't long ago. If you've been in the market of these or have had these in the past, $1,000 used to get you like the entry level units. So this for $1,000 giving you a 2000 watt hour device with a 2200 watt inverter and 400 watts of solar. I mean, that's insane, guys. If I was back when I first started, I would jump on this today. That is such a good deal. Awesome product. All right, next one on my list here was the Bluetti. So this kind of goes in the same chronological order there, but just going from Bluetti. Bluetti's the brand that I started with. I really like their products, very high quality, just like the Jackery, just a little bit different. As you guys can see, this one actually has a lot more outputs on it. And the inverter is 1800 watts on this smaller unit. So in my opinion, I think it's a really, really great unit, and it has more connectivity for different things you may want to plug in. And this one was $394, guys. Normally $800 down to less than $400 for the entry-level unit. That is insanely good deal. I can't believe how good of a deal these are right now. So next one here is their larger unit. Just like I mentioned before, this one is their Bluetti 200 V2. So this one's an even larger unit. As you guys can see, it's physically larger in size. This one has 2073.6 watt hours with a 2600 watt inverter, guys. That's insane. This is such a good deal. $700 for this is mind-blowing. Let's go over to the next one here. This was the last one on my list, and as you guys can tell, there was none of the Bluettis had solar panels included. You could buy them extra, but this was a very expensive unit. But this is like, if you guys really have a lot to power, or maybe you're trying not to do a full secondary battery system like I have, and you want something that can kind of really do everything for your entire weekend, this is a great investment piece. This one, like you guys see, is 37% off. Great deal. Normally $3,500. down to $2,200. This is their Apex 300 system. This is a massive bank. So that would be just this top unit. And this one includes an additional 2,700 watt additional battery pack. So it's like, you can stack these, and then it has the high-end linking cable to link those two. So you connect this top one to the bottom one with this linking cable, and you have an obscene amount of power, guys. This is an awesome, awesome deal. All right, that covers our portable power stations. Let's get on to the next one. The next one is going to be awnings. I couldn't believe when I saw this, guys. If you guys have seen the awning on my vehicle, I have a different brand, but it is literally the same setup as this. The only difference is mine extends out a little bit farther. So this one is a 270-degree awning, happens to be the driver's side. My next link is the passenger side if you're interested in that one. This is normally $500 down to $350. Like I mentioned, this is a 270-degree. This is their LTE. So what that means is it covers the back and the side here, as you can see, and it ends here right on the side. If you get their, I think it's called their XP, or something like that. It's a larger unit. The larger unit goes even farther down the front. This is more than enough for most people. This is a phenomenal unit. $351, guys. 30% off on an awning shipped right to your door. That is insane, guys. Like I mentioned, there's a link here. The second link will be the passenger side. Based on what vehicle you have, maybe you're interested in one side or the other. Same deal, same price. Phenomenal, guys. I couldn't believe that I saw this. So if you guys have been looking at getting an awning, or maybe you're doing a new build, or maybe your awning's tired and you're ready for an upgrade, $350 is insane, guys. Awesome, awesome deal. Our next category is going to be diesel heaters. This is something I've been looking at for quite a while. Now, I tried to pick brands here that I have heard really good reviews with. So bear with me. As you guys know, I do not own a diesel heater yet, but I'm highly looking at them. And yeah, I've done a lot of reviews on these, or read a lot of reviews, done a lot of research, and I narrowed this down. So the first few here are going to be from LF Bros. I've heard nothing but good thing about these guys. Really high quality components, really high quality diesel heaters, especially for the price. Like you guys see, this one's 15% off right now, normally $250 down to $212. This is kind of their entry-level unit, and it is a really high-quality unit, though. You know, you've got a little remote control that you can use up in your tent. It's got a nice little display that shows all the things that are going on with it. Nice, I think it's aluminum or a metal container on the outside, so really rugged, fits in your vehicle. These all, fun fact, all the LF Bros have a spill-proof cap, so if this thing were to fall over in the back of your vehicle, you don't have that stinky diesel. Really high-quality unit. The next one on here is going to be the slightly upgraded unit. Now, this one is part of their Plateau series, meaning that you can use it at higher elevations. It does automatic high elevation adjustment. This one, pretty much the same deal as the other one, but for slightly more money, guys. So normally $360 down to $305. Great deal, and this one will work with those higher elevations. That is awesome. So all those great features that you guys expect, but even working at higher elevations. All right, next one on the list was from another brand, Bouge RV. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. This one I've heard a lot of good reviews on, and this one I thought was a pretty decent deal too, being 25% off. So just to give you guys some different options here, this one is a great unit. Again, more of like an entry-level unit, doesn't have the altitude acclimation, but if you're, say you're where I live, where there really isn't high elevation, this is a great unit. Only $218 or $219. Awesome, guys. All right. Next category, guys, is going to be recovery gear. This one I wanted to be very careful with because there's a lot of, how do I want to say this nicely? A lot of recovery gear on Amazon that you really shouldn't be buying, guys. I hate to say that, but you really shouldn't. This one really stood out to me. This is from Yankum Ropes. They do a phenomenal job with quality of their products. Their stuff is phenomenal. This one is a heavy duty 1-inch by 30 foot kinetic recovery rope. So this is designed if you got something stuck, you need to yank it out. You can actually drive forward and give it, it's got some elasticity to it. So when you pull on this thing, it will actually yank the vehicle out. You're never supposed to do that with a fixed rope. So these kinetic ropes are awesome. For 15% off, if you don't already have one, this is a great deal. And like I mentioned, Yankum Ropes, guys, makes really high quality products. And little fun fact, made in USA, which I personally big component of. So that's a really great product, guys. The next one on this recovery list is going to be recovery boards. Now, I know, guys, you're probably looking at me and going, hey, now these are those like cheap ones. 100% agree. I personally run Max Tracks, but I didn't always have Max Tracks, and I know a lot of people that go with these in the beginning. They are so cheap that it's almost hard to deny them. Are they as good as Max Tracks? No, but I know a lot of people that use them. For the very few times they've been stuck, they work great, and God forbid you're ever to break it, it's not nearly as expensive as Max Tracks. So if you're kind of getting into this and you're looking for some recovery boards on the cheap, X-Bull does make some really nice products. They have a bunch of different colors on sale, as you guys can see, but normally $86, 15% off for $74. That is awesome. Next one here was same thing, just in orange. The orange one, I believe, let me go back and forth here. Yeah, the orange one, the reason why I wanted to include this is one, it stands out, and two, it was even better pricing. Now, just a little pro tip for you guys. A lot of people like to try to get these to match the color of their rig. In my personal opinion, I think that's a good idea, but make sure you get some sort of bright color. And the reason why is most of the times you're gonna get stuck. It's gonna probably be a muddy situation. And you're gonna want something that's a bright color so that not only can you see it in the mud, but also when you are either recovering yourself or somebody else is watching you, you can easily identify where these are on the ground. So I highly recommend, maybe do orange or one of these brighter colors, maybe red. There's a bunch of deals here, guys. So pick what you think is best, but in my opinion, getting bright orange for $65, $66 is insane. All right, guys, next category. Next category is going to be communications or comms. Midland Radio happens to have some really smoking deals right now, guys. I couldn't believe this. I have the old version of this radio. So this is a nice little GMRS radio. This is their Midland GX67 Pro. Now they have these in 1-packs. They also have them in 2-packs, 4-pack, 6-pack, whatever size, however many you need. I would probably go for a 2-pack if I were you. So that one's the $319, which is also still a great deal on Black Friday, but you can kind of pick and choose. A lot of people will use these without doing a full install in their vehicle because you can still communicate with yourself, your spotter, or maybe a friend. I tend to carry a 2-pack with me. That way, I can hand them out at camp, or I can hand them out to other people in the group if they don't have GMRS radios in their vehicle. These things are awesome. They're waterproof. They have active noise canceling. They work great. I mean, Midland absolutely kills it with communications. 20% off these radios is insane. Like I mentioned, these are the new Pro ones. These are awesome, awesome, awesome handheld GMRS radios. Fun fact, these also have, if you can see the little icon here, that little, looks like a lightning bolt. These also have weather, what you want to call it. It's a weather alert system built in, so they can tie into the local band radio for weather alerts. So if you turn that function on and you leave this radio on and say there's a storm pending and you have service, well, not service, but if you have, if you're at least getting signal from the GMRS channel, it will actually alert you that there's a weather system in your area. It's also nice if you're out and about. We use this pretty often when we don't have service. You can just log into that channel there or tune into that channel, and you can listen to what the weather is doing in your area or what is expected to happen. Really nice. Now, from handhelds, we're going to move into more of a permanent system. This is the exact system that I have in my vehicle. This is a slightly older unit, but still phenomenal. This is the MXT275 GMRS radio, 15 watts. And the nice thing about these units and why a lot of Overlanders like these is that the entire system is actually built into the actual the mic. So your screen, your buttons, your menus, everything is on the mic, and you can hide this little unit somewhere under your dash, your center console, wherever you want, and then obviously run your antenna outside. This one includes everything you need. So it's got power, it's got a nice little magnetic antenna. You just slap that on your roof. Of course, there's better antennas you can buy, but to get started, guys, $165 normally, which is, by the way, still a great price, down to $130. $32. That is a great deal, guys. I highly recommend these radios. Great, great deal. So next one here is our next category is going to be airing up and airing down your vehicle. This one, I happen to run into this all-top all-top air compressor. This one is a dual air compressor. So this comes, with a dual air compressor assembly. This comes with all the little connections you'd want for your household things like airing up, basketballs and all that kind of stuff. And it comes with a digital gauge to inflate your tires. This is awesome, guys. This is a really great little system. It's got dual compressor. Something that you can, put in a bag in the back of your vehicle, and you could have a really high output compressor. The reviews on this have been really great from what I can tell. I had a similar unit to this, but it was only a single compressor, and it worked great for the longest time. As you guys may know, I have an A or B dual compressor built into my vehicle now, but that far exceeds this price. So for $179, guys, this is a great deal if you don't already have an air compressor. Nice quality product. Having that dual compressor really increases your output and decreases the time it takes to air up. So great product here. Next one on our list here is going to be Stawn tire inflators. I couldn't believe that these were on sale. So these are a super popular product with overlanders, off-roaders, anybody alike. What these do is allows you to air down your tire automatically, kind of in a way. So how these work is they come in a nice little leather bag. And you take these out, you take off the caps on your wheels, screw these on, and it automatically deflates to whatever pressure you had set these to. So how it kind of works is underneath this, you kind of have to set them up in the beginning, but there's like a little spring in here. And when you set these up, you set it to what PSI you want it to air down to, so that when you screw this on, it gets to that pressure that you set it up for, and it shuts off. One thing to note here, guys, there are two different options down here between 6 and 30 PSI and 15 and 55 PSI. So kind of where you want to land is which one you need to buy here, depending on what tires you have. But these things are awesome. First person that I saw, or at least turned me on to these, was Kevin from Lifestyle Overland with his GX460. They were a big fan of these because you could screw them on to your wheels and just keep driving. So it airs down. Obviously, you should take them off, but it airs down those tires automatically for you to the set PSI that you wanted. Really great. Awesome product. Normally $110, 27% off. Great, great deal. So awesome product there. Highly recommend that one. Next thing is going to be airing up. So Morflate makes these really nice systems to air up, and technically you could air down as well, but you can air up or air down all 4 tires. So this is a really nice system. They have a couple different systems as far as length of your wheelbase. So make sure you measure your wheelbase of your vehicle, because you want to make sure the hoses obviously fit all 4 of your tires. But how this works is you hook this up to your air compressor. Maybe you bought that other one instead of the one that comes with it. It's got a typical little connector on there. This has a digital gauge, and it goes out to all 4 wheels. This is really nice because you can air up all 4 wheels at the end of the day. And it saves a lot of hassle. We're a big fan here at Triple Oct Adventures on 4 tire inflation systems. I started out with a system very similar to this. I have a slightly different system now. They all kind of work the same though. The concept here and why we love them is that especially when you're wheeling in inclement weather, maybe it's snowing outside, or the worst is when it's like pouring rain and you need to air up your tires, you can just hook up all 4 tires, let that compressor run, and sit inside your car and just wait. And the way we do it is we hook up all 4 tires and we wait for the tire pressure light to go off on the dash. That's the way we know we're at least at a decent enough pressure, and then we can go outside and check that little gauge. Again, digital gauge, high quality, 20% off, and that goes for all their different wheelbases. Again, check your wheelbase, but phenomenal little kit. Comes with a carrying bag and everything, so you have everything you need. Awesome kit. All right, guys, next category. Next category is going to be 12-volt fridges, and if you already see the brand here, I am a huge fan of Iceco. There are so many great brands out there. I am in no way, shape, or form saying Iceco is the only brand, but they have some great deals on some really nice portable fridges. This one specifically is their newer APL 55 dual zone portable refrigerator. It's got a Bluetooth app, so you can actually see it from up in, on your phone or in your cab if it's sitting in the back. This is a dual zone fridge. Let's go through some of these photos here. It's got a lot of room in it, and you can have freezer, fridge, freezer, fridge, however direction you want to do it. And these newer units, as you guys can see here, have a nice aluminum covering on them, which is really nice. Really nice, strong grab handles, and you can actually connect these via your 12-volt power or an AC power. Say you wanted to get it started when you're at your house. These are really great units, guys. Been super stoked. I have a slightly larger but older unit, and it's still been running phenomenal. So this one's really great, guys. Normally $1,000, well, almost. $960 down to $767. Phenomenal deal, guys. Really, really love these. Highly recommend them. Another Iceco fridge that they have is their VL series, and specifically their Pro S series. So very similar. This one is, I believe this one's a single zone. Yep, this one's a single zone 35. So this is a much smaller unit if you need that, you know, a little bit less size. They do have some other units here too for different sizes that you may want. And once you get into the larger sizes, they have dual zone, which we'll just show you here. The VL75 Pro D has dual zone. So this one is a much bigger fridge, but has dual zone. So you can have fridge, freezer, freezer, however you want to set it up. And these ones have the nice app as well. I really, really like this VL Pro series. Honestly, if I ever sell my fridge, I'm going to be going with one of these. One of the things that I don't think a lot of people talk about is that this little lid can actually open on both sides. So you just close it, grab the handle on the other side, and you can open up these fridge doors in any direction, which is really nice because it allows you to mount it however you want in the vehicle, whatever makes sense to your vehicle's layout, and you can open up the doors in any way you want. Great fridge, super high quality. This one normally $1,050 down to $839. That is a phenomenal fridge, guys. Like I mentioned, I have an older version of these, non-pro version. It has ran practically 24/7 for like 4 years in the back of my vehicle. Awesome fridges. All right. Next one here is their even larger unit. If you're really looking for like insane amounts of space, a VL90 is their largest unit. This thing, you can actually see here how those hinges open on both sides if you want them to. Great unit. Again, same deal. $1,350 down to $1,079. For $1,000, guys, I mean, you start looking at some of the high-end competitors, Dometic, ARB, you're gonna spend way more money. This is only $1,000 for the largest unit with an app. Very high quality, nice handles, you know, everything you want. Really great unit. Highly recommend these. If you're getting into a fridge, this is the time to do it. All right, next category, guys, is going to be lithium-ion batteries. So these are going to be more for your permanent battery installs. If you guys have been looking at maybe doing a secondary lithium battery, or what we like to call a house battery in the Overland, you know, off-road kind of RV world, LiTime, LiTime, however you want to pronounce it, has some really good deals going right now on their batteries. If you're not familiar with batteries, there are a lot of bad batteries or very cheaply made batteries on the market. LiTime actually does a really good job. For their price, they actually have a very good construction. Their BMS inside is high quality. Their connections are high quality. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you this is the most high quality out there, but it is a really nice unit. This one is 100 amp hours, which is a huge amount of power, and these work really great. It does have a Bluetooth app that integrates in it, so you can actually use your phone to see what's going on, what's your state of charge, you know, how much battery do you have left, all that kind of stuff. Really nice little unit. They also have multiple packs too, so kind of look around below. There's a couple different units out there, depending on what size you need. Great units. Next one here is a larger unit from them. This is their 200 amp hour. So this is a big boy battery. This one is really nice. This one has a lot more capacity. Obviously it's a larger battery, but has a lot of power in it, and it also has a 200 amp BMS in it. What that means is that you can pull a lot of power from this, especially if you need to run like a large inverter. Something like this is going to be really nice to have. Normally $500, 16% off, which isn't the best deal in the world, but $419 for 200 amp hours, guys, is an awesome, awesome deal. Next one on the list here is going to be our last category. We've got multiple products in this category. This is a special category from my wife. This is going to be called the Wifey List. You guys may have seen in some of our videos, we have now started using a Jettle. These are a little electric kettle. You do need to have an inverter or one of those power banks that I showed you guys before with the inverter system on it. This thing has worked phenomenal. So it's a nice little self-contained cup, for lack of better terms. You put your water in it. You can quick boil stuff. You can also adjust temp, say you need to cook like soup or something like that. I think they even have a little photo of that. Really great unit. What we do is we put water in this thing, we plug it into our inverter, and it boils water for us without having to get out the stove and the propane and all that stuff. It works pretty fast. In our experience, depends on the temperature outside. Also depends on how much water or like the temperature of the water you put in it. It's about a 5-minute boil. So not nearly as fast as like having a really high output propane stove, but it's really convenient, especially if you're just trying to make some coffee in the morning. Works phenomenal. We've been super happy with ours. We actually paid full price for it, and it's now only $36. Great little unit. Highly recommend these. You got a couple different colors if you want some. Love this little unit. I can't say enough about this thing. I will tell you the buttons are a little finicky in the beginning. It's a touch capacitive button. If you read instructions though, it's easy, but if you forget how to use it, it can be a little finicky on how to get it to start boiling. But if you read the instructions, it works. And fun fact, 450 milliliters is plenty to make coffee and or tea, sometimes even 2 cups, depending on how much of an actual cup you use. Next thing on the list, guys, this one is a favorite of my wife. We don't have this specific unit, but I thought this was really, really cool. So these are string lights for your camp. This one can charge via USB. It also has a built-in little solar panel on the top. So you can charge this throughout the day. You've got power. It even has like a little battery in it, so you can, charge it up, and you don't have to have it plugged in, which is awesome. Turn on and off, and it actually reels right into this little unit. So all these little lights, you get almost 33 feet of little string lights, and it works awesome. You can hang them around trees, as you guys can see here. You can hang them around your camp, hang them around your trees, however you want to do it. Water resistant, all that stuff. It even has a little, like I mentioned, it has a little battery in it, so you can actually even like charge your phone from it if you needed to, and has that little solar panel built in. Only 20 bucks, guys. Awesome little deal. They even have a little bit longer one for some reason if you needed 40 feet, but 33 feet, plenty of light, and fun little lights. My wife loves having lights at camp, so I thought I'd throw this on there for only 20 bucks. Great little portable light, small, fits in your pocket practically. Nice little system. Next one on here, gotta have a nice glass of bourbon when you're at camp. So these are a really nice little bourbon glass. So they do have these in a 1-pack if you only want one, but if you're drinking alone, you should invite a friend. And these have nice little, so I've got charred ones and non-charred ones, but these are a nice little wood bourbon drinking glass. These are for drinking your bourbon, favorite bourbon of choice, and because they're wood, you don't have to worry about breaking them. One of the things that you got to be careful when you're camping is bringing glass with you. It can shake around in the back of your vehicle, stuff like that. So this being 16% off, great little deal, handcrafted, wood, beautiful, very nice. 45 bucks for 2 glasses. Really sweet little bourbon drinking glass. Next one on the list, guys, these last 2 ones are actually going to be the same, just slightly different. So we have been a big fan, or at least I have been a big fan of the AeroPress over the years. I actually bring a full-size AeroPress with me when we go camping, and honestly, I wish this was out when I got it. So this is normally $50, 25% off for $37.45, and this one is a full self-contained unit, which is really sweet. So this is a little cup that goes on the bottom. You've got everything you need to make your coffee in these. It's a, you can do it multiple ways, but it's like an AeroPress, what do I want to say? It's either like a pressed coffee, you can kind of do it as a pour over as well. Great features, really portable, really small, great quality product, especially for $37. Like I mentioned, I also included the next one, which is a slightly upgraded unit. They're even better one. This one does have, believe it's glass. It's got a glass unit, which is even nicer, a little bit less, potential plastic leaching. And this one actually has the nice integrated cup too with the lid and everything. So this compresses down, as you guys can see. It all kind of just folds down real nice. And you could have everything you need to make coffee out on a trail, which is super important. There's nothing better than a nice cup of coffee in the morning. This one, like I mentioned, is a higher upgraded unit, so it is a little bit more expensive. Normally $89.95, so $90. 25% off for $67.46, guys. All right, guys, I hope you found some products in there that you were either interested in or maybe didn't even know about. I found that these products are really great. The deals on these vary, of course, but there are some really great deals. So hopefully this, guys, was useful for you. Hit those links in the description below. Get some purchases going. I hope you guys have some great holidays. I hope you guys get some great deals for your camping and overlanding adventures. And like I always mention, thank you guys so much for your support. Click that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, drop some comments below. Let me know what you purchased. Let me know what you guys are looking at getting for this upcoming season. And I'll see you guys next time.